So, found out by sealing the engine up and attempting to see if it would hold water that it was actually mixing water with the oil once the engine got filled. So the crack is much worse than I thought in the block. So unfortunately we're not going to be able to use this. But luckily, my father-in-law found an engine, a 350 engine out of a 1988 Corvette, which should bolt right up to this transmission, hopefully. And so now I got to get ready to start pulling this engine out and get ready to put a new 350 in there. So it should be an upgrade from a 327 to a 350. And I'm also looking to go ahead and get the rear suspension, since the guy I bought this from misled me, told me it was on a Corvette chassis. I'm not going to say he lied, but I think maybe he was confused about what the word chassis means. It's not. It is a Corvette according to the numbers on the engine block and the transmission. It's a Corvette drivetrain in the front, but it doesn't have the Corvette rear end, and it doesn't have the Corvette chassis or frame. So I'm going to be doing a body off restoration on this. I'm going to go ahead and start taking this car apart completely and see what I can do to upgrade it. Go with the Corvette rear end. I'm looking around trying to find one, and I'm going to go ahead and go all the way with this and restore the frame and restore the body inside and out. Try and do a really nice job on this thing. I'll take my time with it, so this is going to be a long series, but I'll try and do a little something every week to just for my own records, if nothing else. But thanks for watching, and I guess I'll be putting everything on video. I'll start taking it apart, and I'll share with you as I go. Thanks. That's all I'm going to do today. That was all about weight reduction and getting ready to pull this block out. The heads and the manifold and carburetor are all good and working. I have the video of the engine running before I took it apart. But the block has huge cracks in it on the passenger side, so the block is not salvageable. But I am going to be pulling the crankshaft and pistons and try and save whatever is good in the engine, because it was running great, running on all 8 cylinders. The pistons all look good, no damage. Just like I say, a crack in the water jacket. And yeah, so I'll pull this out and put the 350 in. I'm going to pull it out with the transmission connected and take it all out at once. It's just easier to work on that stuff without the firewall in the way. So I'm going to pull it all out, set it aside, take it apart, and then I'm going to take a look at the transmission while it's out. I may even just go ahead and rebuild it just as a matter of course, because I know it's from a 1964 car. So chances are, it could be a little worn. but I'll check into it and make sure the transmission is good before I mount it up to the 350 and put it back together. But I've got all the weight reduction done, got the radiator out. All I've got to do now is strap a chain to it and just pull it on out of there. Transmission's loose, everything's disconnected. Oh, I still have to disconnect the linkage. Oh no, I already did. Oh no, I still have to disconnect the linkage, the transmission, but the mounting bolts are out. Everything else is ready to go. So as soon as I get a engine hoist in here, I'll pull it all out, start cleaning everything up, and I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the body off and begin to restore the body as well. So I'm going to go all the way with this thing, just because. Why not?